Get ready with me while I explain to you guys why you can't trust literally anybody. I feel like I just have really bad luck with friends. Also, before you guys assume this is not a hickey, I burned myself with the beach waiver. Like, I promise it's a burn. Anyway, there's this guy that I was dating. I was dating him for about 1.5 years, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit less. I don't really remember. But at that time, I was also really close with this one girl. Also, I'm not going to name drop. I wanted to, but I'm not going to because it's really not that deep. To sum up how close we were, if someone couldn't get a hold of me, they called her. If they couldn't get a hold of her, they called me. Because we were always together. Anyways, me and him ended, and then not too much longer later, me and her just, like, fell apart. Like, nothing happened between us, like, no beef, no drama, no nothing. We just really stopped talking for a while. Recently, around the beginning of October, she slid up on one of my stories, and then we kind of just, like, caught up and started talking again. And then the bond that we had before, like, literally came back within an instant because we were so freaking close. And, like, you can't really erase that. Like, we were literal sisters. We talked every single day, hung almost every single day, but let's skip the backstory, the boring stuff, and let's get to the point. She stayed the night the day before New Year's Eve and then was at my house New Year's Eve morning. I had plans that morning, so she ended up going home just for a little bit, and then we planned on meeting back up and getting ready for this party. We were texting all day. We were so excited about the party, and then randomly she's like, oh, sorry, like, I have plans with my family. And I'm like, girl, don't even worry about it. Like, I'll just go out by myself. Family is more important. Like, of course. The party that we were going to go to together was, like, really far, so I didn't want to go without her, so I was trying to find, like, another party to go to. I ended up finding one that was really close, after everyone was posting about it, and literally everyone was there. And I was like, okay, everyone's there. I mean, I'm going by myself, but I know a lot of people. It's fine, whatever, let me just go. Because, like, I didn't want to do nothing on New Year's Eve. So I get there, I found all my people, like, I'm having a really freaking good time, and I want to say at least 45 minutes to an hour goes by, and I'm over here catching up with one of my other friends, and I'm talking about how much I miss my ex, and she goes, girl, he's downstairs with so-and-so. I start laughing. I'm like, no, she's with her family. Like, haha, good try. Thinking it was a literal joke. Like, I literally thought it was a literal joke. I go downstairs and she's sitting, like, in the corner behind the pool table on his lap in a chair. In that moment, I'm, like, really freaking confused because I'm like, she just told me that she had a family thing to go to. Like, why did she lie to me? But, like, also in that moment, my heart completely shatters because I'm like, I was just talking about how much I miss him, and my best friend is sitting on his lap right now. I wouldn't say, like, best friend. Like, I don't know what you classify as best friend, but we were getting really close again. And if you guys know me and you guys watch my TikToks, before any of you guys ask, no, it's not Haley or Charlie. I just haven't really hung out with either of them. Still love them so much. I see Charlie tomorrow, so y'all will probably see her too. Anyways, back to the story. She made direct eye contact with me and then hurry up and looked away and acted like she didn't even see me. He gets up and he comes over and he's like, yo, nice to see you. Talking to my other friend, talking to the other friend, talking to the dude behind us. And I'm like, he just touched my hand. Like, we're gonna get married again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was, like, heartbroken in this moment because, like, what was that? She walks to the opposite side of the basement and goes up those flight of steps to, like, avoid us. And I'm talking to him, like, having a normal conversation. Like, obviously, like, if he's with her, I'm not gonna flirt with him, even though that was my man and my best friend. Whatever, it doesn't even matter. But I'm, like, talking to him and I'm like, oh, so, like, you and so-and-so? He was like, yeah, we've been together for, like, 2 months. You didn't know? In my mind, I'm like, that dab up meant nothing. I thought we were gonna get married. He just dabbed me up. We're gonna get married. Nope, it meant nothing. I'm just kidding. Let me stop being delusional. Anyways, back to the story. We had been friends for over 2 months. Like, been close again for over 2 months. And she never once mentioned that she was dating my ex. Yeah. One that she would tell me to leave in the beginning over and over and how he's no good for me. Anyways, fast forward. She didn't talk to me the entire party and then blocked me. Like, I texted her and I was like, hey. That's all I said was, hey. Blocked. She blocked me, and I'm not gonna go chasing after anybody. Obviously, she was no good because what was that? She could stay in 2023. That was so cringy of me to say, but she can stay in 2023 because 2024 she will not be in. It's low-key not that deep because he was my ex, but you are supposed to be my best friend. You're supposed to be my best friend. I feel so embarrassed because I had been, like, sobbing about him to her. Not sobbing, but, like, I miss him. Like, I want a bad girl. Like, we should go on a 2-man and, like, invite him, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, she's in a relationship with him. Like, I look so stupid sitting here crying about him to her when she's dating the man. Or talking to him. I don't know. He just said we had been together for over 2 months. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Oh! Like, why? Why? In my opinion, no matter what, that's a violation of girl code to, like, date your best friend's ex. Yeah. Like, at the same time, I'm not going to lose my best friend over a boy, so I wouldn't have really cared if she didn't lie to me about it and then blocked me because I texted her, hey. Anyways, guys, that's all. I love you guys. I'll see you later. I just had a rant real quick because let me tell you, that had me heated. Peace out, guys. Bye.
I was just telling a funny story from middle school on my main account, and I was like, wait, I have another story to tell, but I'm gonna tell it on my spam. So basically, if you're from Portland, you probably know what I'm about to say. Basically, Portland Public Schools, the school that I went to, the whole school district basically knew for like 2 decades that there were poisonous, toxic amounts of lead, like the chemical lead in our water. They knew this for like 20 years, didn't do anything. And then I guess like the government came in and tested the water and was like, hi, this is like dangerously high. Like your students could be getting lead poisoning just by drinking from your water fountains and like using the faucets in the bathrooms. And they were like, what? Like, oh my God, like we have to do something. So they basically turned off all the water in our schools for like any drinking water. They turned off all the water in our schools for 8th grade and basically all of high school. And they were like, this problem will only take like 2 years to fix. And then it went on for 3, and then 4, and then 5. And then I think after the 5th year, they had kind of fixed it. But for the first year that we had the water shut off, they were like, okay, well, students still need to drink water. So they started importing like thousands and thousands of plastic single-use water bottles into our schools every day. Portland is liberal and environmental as fuck. I don't know how they fucking got this approved, but... And so they bring these water bottles in, just like I said, hundreds, thousands of water bottles just delivered to our school like every day. Oh my God. I remember the first day that they wheeled them in on these carts and they dropped off the cases of water bottles. Kids just tore open the plastic and they were just like grabbing dozens and dozens. I probably had like 40 or 50 like stocked in my locker. They basically dropped off all these water bottles and didn't like say anything. Like we knew it was because the water had been shut off because the lead, but they were just like, here you go. So it was like water fights in the hallways. Like kids were literally just opening the water, unscrewing it and just dumping them out on the floor. Oh, and keep in mind, this is like within a couple months of the bottle flip challenge thing coming out and turning into like a viral thing. So as they're dropping off thousands of plastic water bottles every day, this challenge is like super, super big. And so everyone's just in class, like flipping shit. They had to go on the loudspeakers and be like, we have banned the water bottle flip challenge at this school. Like you are not allowed to do it. It was so funny. And then like a week later, they had kind of gotten it under control. They were like, okay, you're only allowed to have like 2 water bottles in your locker and 1 water bottle on your person at any given time. My locker got searched, my water got confiscated. And then like a week later, they instituted these special recycling bins just for the water bottles, like the empty plastic bottles. And the paper, first of all, they were not recycling that shit. Second of all, an empty plastic water bottle is really light, and the recycling cans themselves were made out of cardboard. So they would be full to the brim with plastic bottles, but super light. And kids would just like kick them and push them over. Like I literally remember one time I was walking in the hallway, like peak busyness, like passing period, like there's hundreds of kids in the hallway. I heard a noise behind me and I look up, like over my head like a missile, like just like someone had kicked it and it went like flying across the hallway, plastic bottles spilling everywhere. Like it was Armageddon. Like that first year, this was 8th grade, that first year that they gave us those plastic water bottles, it was a time.
Do y'all ever like see a girl and just like want to be their friend like so bad? I should not be doing makeup with a white shirt on. No, because there's like about like 3 girls that I just like want to be friends with so bad. And I like just know like we would get along so good. They're just like so like pretty and they're just like so cute. Just like their aura and their vibe, like I just know. And you're probably like, why not just go up and talk to them? Well, I can't. First off, that would be kind of weird, and second off, I have no classes with these girls. The only time I probably ever talked to these girls was whenever I like slid up on their story or they slid up on my story. I'm literally their fan. I'm actually your biggest fan and you don't know it. No, and getting compliments from these girls literally mean the world to me because they're drop dead gorgeous. Actually, any compliment from a girl is literally breathtaking. But yeah, these girls just have no idea that I want to be their friend so bad. They probably think I'm weird, to be honest. I came to the conclusion that everybody just thinks I'm weird. I'm also an only child, so maybe I am weird. Guys, my man is on the way to pick me up and we're gonna go watch Coraline. I freaking love Coraline, bro. Like, it's just like so... It brings me back. I'm also not wearing lashes today. Usually I am wearing lashes, but I decided to go back to the mascara roots. Okay, wait, the makeup looks really good. Guys, we did it. We didn't get any makeup on the shirt. Okay, so I'm just wearing this white bodysuit and then these waffle pants from Hollister. Super comfy, and then my Birks. But thanks for...
Hey guys, get ready with me while I tell you guys how my boyfriend cheated on me with my best friend. So, my boyfriend and I dated for around 8 months, and I was for sure we were locked in, but I guess not. They obviously knew each other because she was my best friend and he was my boyfriend, and I trusted this girl so freaking much. So like a week ago, I saw them hanging out together, They were literally hanging out at her house, my best friend's house. Because I have volleyball practice and she doesn't play any sports. Because after I was done with volleyball, I had to drive past her house to get to my house. And guess who I saw there through the windows? Because she has a big house. Big windows. And I saw him. I saw my boyfriend. His car was even there. I started bawling my eyes out, no joke. Once I got home, I started bawling. I started to text my best friend. I started asking her like questions. The first question I asked her is Bo with you? She said no, but I literally saw him. So I didn't reply. I did not reply. I actually went, grabbed my keys, got in the car, and started driving to her house. Because me and my best friend have been friends for 8 years. And I know their door password, and I can get in whenever I want to. Her mom even said I could. And I usually would. Like, on random days, I'd just go in and sit there because we were close. So I pulled up in her driveway, got out, obviously, and went inside. I checked the whole downstairs first, and they weren't there, which made sense because her room's upstairs. So I walked up the stairs, and I could literally hear both of them laughing. Right when you walk up the stairs, you take a left, and then take like 5 steps, and then there's her room. Oh, her door was slightly open, but like that, okay? Like that. And then guess what I saw? Freaking making out in her freaking bed. So I went in to confront him, and my best friend just started yelling at me to get out. And then after I broke up with him, I left and like cried. Then around like 2 days ago, I found out they were sending nudes to each other back and forth for about 4 months. So I was basically getting cheated on half of the time we were dating. Who knows, maybe longer. But yeah, that's my story time, guys. Also, guys, you guys were pranked. First of all, my best friend is gay. And second, me and my boyfriend are locked in. So yeah, sorry if I wasted your time. Bye.
Get ready with me, guys, while I tell you how this girl wants to fight me today, so I'm probably gonna get jumped. So basically, this weekend I literally did the most craziest shit ever, but that's a story for like another time. So, why this girl wants to fight me? Well, on Sunday, I went with my friend. We got invited to this little party thing with this girl from the other school. It's raining so hard outside. But as I was saying, so this girl from the other school, she's not really my friend. Like, I have no problem with her or anything, but like, I just didn't really talk to her. And I was staying at my friend's house this weekend with another friend. So she invited the friend that I was staying at her house, she invited her to like a little king time. She was like, bring your friends with you, like bring your friends. But me and my friends, like, we sneak out. Like, if we're gonna go out, we sneak out. It was 3 of us. Now, the girl wanted us to go with her to the quinta, which is like a pool thing, like a little place where they have parties, at 10. But the girl that we were staying there, let's call her Liz or something. That's not her name. But Liz, she couldn't sneak out because she had to make sure everybody was asleep and everything. So she was like, okay, how about y'all go and then y'all come back for me like at a later time. So me and the other girl, we'll call her Kayla or something. Me and Kayla were like, okay, let's go. So me and Kayla get ready, and then we're finally ready, and we tell the other girl, the one that invited us, we'll call her Samantha or something. This part of the party is just a little backstory, but I have to say it because y'all need to understand where we were and why we were there and why I'm getting jumped or whatever. So the girl picks us up and everything, and like, let's just say, I can't talk too much about the situation or else I'm gonna get like, but we just kind of like wanted to leave. Me and the other girl wanted to leave. We were like, oh no, like, nothing wrong with the girl or anything. Like, she was super fun, she was super nice. But this was her first time hanging out with that guy, and we were just like, the things that went down, I tell y'all, we actually got shot at. Like it was just the most scariest shit. And me and my friend had never been in this situation, so we were like, let's leave. Like, we gotta find a way to leave because like we cannot be here. Other guys were about to pull up that were like even more scared. We're like, we gotta go. So the friend that I went with, not the one that invited us, but the one that went with me, I told her, like, call one of your friends, like, we gotta get out of here. So basically, she calls up this friend, and he's like, I'm gonna go for y'all, like, I'll go for y'all right now, where are y'all, because he lived close by. And so he ends up coming for us, we leave or whatever. Okay, this is where whatever happens, and why I'm gonna, like, fucking get jumped. So, we end up going to this guy's house just to pick something up. We literally go just to pick something up. Now, he was with another friend, the friend that was driving. So we'll call the one that was driving Steve and the friend, Kevin. So basically, they come, they pick us up and everything. We pull up to
Kevin's house, which is our friend, and we go inside really quick to get something. We're just waiting there. We're not getting anything. We're just standing there waiting for them. They go and they get something. They do whatever they gotta do. These guys are little malandrillos. So they do their shit. We're waiting for them, and then they're like, okay, let's go. So we walk outside. Tell me why there's this red Jeep passing by. Now, I didn't think anything of it. A car, okay, driving, whatever. Well, no. The guy, Steve, the one that's not our friend, the one that's driving, he's like, oh my god, that's my ex, like, da-da-da-da, she's gonna call me tonight, like, she's crazy as hell, she's gonna call me saying, why were these girls, like, getting in my car, all this shit, but they're exes, like, they don't even talk. Me and this Steve guy, we don't even know each other, like, I knew him from literally the night before at a party, which is all the other crazy stuff I did, but, like, I don't really talk to this guy, like, anything. So we end up going to this other friend's house, this friend that we have. We're not gonna say his name either because it's fucking new. But we go to his house. We were there for like a long time. We were just all hanging out together. Like there was a bunch of other people there, but it was just like a little hangout. So we go inside because me and my friend got hungry and there's pizza inside. We go inside. We're talking whatever, and the guys come in. There's like three or four guys at this point, and they were telling us like that the ex texted the guy that we went to his house, that we were hanging out at his house. She texted him and she was like going off on him, saying all this shit. Now she says, tell Amor to watch out on Monday. That's my name, whatever. She told her, tell her to watch out on Monday. And I said, so the guy literally told me that she said, tell Amor to watch out on Monday. Now, I was like, first of all, who even is this girl? Because they said that she went to my school. And I, like, knew her name, but her name was a super basic name. Like, everybody literally has that fucking name. So I was like, who is this bitch? And the girl that I was thinking in my head, it wasn't her. But, like, I go on her Instagram profile, and it's, like, this girl that, like, is really, like, this all little country girl. Like, I don't even know. I never in a million years would have thought she'd talk like that. And, like, what's it? All this shit. So I'm here, like, what the fuck? And they're here telling her, like, no, like, what are you talking about? Like, it wasn't even Steve driving. It was another guy. But they're telling her all this shit, and she's just like, I don't care, like, this and that. And the guy that's texting her, the one that we're at his house, he's like, nah, like, don't even do anything to her, like, that's my girl. Like, I don't even know, I'm not his girl, but, like, just, like, saying stuff so she would, like, calm the fuck down. Because I'm pretty sure she had also been drinking. No, she had also been drinking and everything. And Steve, that's his ex, was telling us, like, no, she's crazy. Like, she slashed my tire, she's done all this shit. So, yeah, they're telling her all this stuff, and she's just, like, dead color, she's gonna fight me. So, I'm gonna go to school, and I'm gonna see what's up. I actually never got into a fight or anything. Like, people don't dislike me that much to want to fight me like that. So, I don't know. We'll see. I literally don't care. I don't give a fuck about her man. He's literally ugly. It's not even her man. But it's not in my business anyway. Like, I don't care about him. Who is this? He's ugly as fuck. And to be fighting over a guy is honestly crazy. Like, it's actually mind-blowing to me because, like, it's just crazy. Like, I get if it was something else, if I was talking shit about her, like, if it was literally any other thing, but she wants to fight me over a guy that, not like, if it, like, I didn't do anything, I don't even know who he is, like, what the fuck? Like, literally the last thing I'd fight over would be a guy. Like, that is so immature and weird, and she's older than me. She's literally older than me, so I guess it's whatever. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen today. I literally never fought in my life. I was having my sister give me fighting lessons last night because my sister's a little fighter, but we'll see. I have this friend too that she was like, she's not gonna do anything, she does all whip her ass. That's her, like, my best friend when I was staying at her house. She's the fighter too. Like, I am not the fighter of the group. I'm just a little, like I have no, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? But guys, yeah, I guess this is my makeup to go get my ass beat. So yeah, I'll let you know if I get my ass beat tomorrow. I'll have a black eye or something, or I will have beat a bitch up, but I doubt that. Yeah.
Get ready with me while I tell you guys the story of how living with my best friend ended our friendship. Last summer, I was looking for roommates in the fall when our school term started, and two of my best friends at the time were both looking for roommates too. So we all decided to live together as we had all known each other for about 5 years. Let's call the roommates James and Amy. An important detail for this story is that James and Amy used to be friends before this, but their friendship ended because Amy confessed to James that she had a crush on him. Unfortunately, James did not reciprocate those feelings, so their friendship ended. But when we were talking about rooming together, Amy assured me that those feelings were completely gone as that had happened years earlier, and she basically told me not to worry about it and that the roommate situation would work. So we bit the bullet, we signed the lease, and soon after we all moved in together. This is where it became very apparent that Amy's feelings for James were not gone whatsoever. Amy started becoming a carbon copy of James. She started listening to all the music he listened to. She would constantly ask to borrow his clothes and wear them out. And it was just very clear that she would always side with James anytime we had any debate about anything related to being roommates. James clocked this pretty much immediately after living together, and he basically talked to me because we were pretty good friends, and he told me, hey, like, honestly, she makes me kind of uncomfortable, so I think at some point we're gonna have to have a conversation about this. But right around the time period this was happening, I got an internship offer, which meant that I had to move away for 3 months while Amy and James lived alone together. So I flew down to San Francisco, and for a couple months, Amy and James were living alone in the apartment together. And James was basically constantly texting me while I was away, begging me to come back essentially because he found it very, very awkward to be living alone with Amy, who very clearly had some feelings towards him. While I was living in San Francisco, Amy and James asked me if they could come visit me down in San Francisco and stay in my apartment while they visited the city. Naturally, I agreed, so they came and flew down, and this is where all shit hit the fan. The trip had been going fine until the very last day when I woke up and realized that my phone was not where it was when I had fallen asleep. Amy and I were sharing a bed, and I had gone to sleep with my phone on this side of me, and I woke up with the phone in between Amy and I. Immediately, I could tell something was wrong, but I still had work to do because I was interning, so I just headed to work and didn't think anything of it. I got off work early that day because Amy and James and I had plans to visit Palo Alto after my work. But when I got back, I found that Amy was acting really, really weird and like moody, and I was concerned that she like fell sick or something because that's literally how it seemed. So I asked her if anything was wrong, and she assured me no, nothing was wrong, and that she just didn't feel like going out to Palo Alto that day. A detail I didn't mention yet is that Amy's ex went to Stanford, and we had plans that day to go to Palo Alto, right? So my theory about why she was acting so moody was that she realized that we might run into her ex, and she was starting to get kind of emotional about it, which I would have completely understood. And I had actually introduced her and her ex, meaning that I had his location on my Find My map, and I thought like, oh, maybe Amy went through my phone that night and she found his location on the Find My map so that she could see if he was there. But you can let me know your guys' theories as to what happened at this point and come into part 2 for what
time on how I got blamed for a that was not mine. Again, disclaimer, this is not my story, it got sent to me. When I was in 7th grade, I was pretty young, this boy asked out my best friend. He got rejected, so he asked out me, and I said, sure, why not? He asks me to go to his basketball game, and of course I say yes. Little did I know, that would be a huge mistake. They backstabbed me. I walk into the gym, and to my surprise, there are a bunch of boys waiting there to make fun of me. I started to get up to leave, but then my boyfriend said he wanted me to stay, so of course I did. Silly me. His friends start whispering things to him, and then all of a sudden he leans toward me and he's like, you dropped your... I'm like, no, what did I do? I was like confused. Mind you, I'm in 7th grade. I like don't even know what one looks like yet, let alone have one. Like, what? No. Anyways, my boyfriend of a day gets up and goes to the bathroom, and while he's in the bathroom, he texts me that we need to break up and that I need to leave. So I called my mom, hysterically crying, and I don't even know why, because that boy's a piece of crap. And so are his friends. And then followed up in the next coming days, this guy keeps texting me, making fun of my body, spreading rumors, and making fun of the way my eyes look, which I've had 5 different surgeries to make me look normal. And that night that he broke up with me, my mom took me to a hotel so we could go swimming and just have a night to take my mind off things. Anyways, that is the end of that story, and I would just like to say to this person who sent me this, they're anonymous, but I'm so sorry that that ever happened to you, because that sucks, and that is so mean. Just know I love and care about each and every single one of you guys, and I love you guys so much. Toodles. And if you want me to tell your story, DM me, I will look at it.